entering week 14 of the college football season, and the last weekend of the year is really focused on rivalries. But the one I know resonates here locally is the FSU-Florida rivalry. We've got a great representative for the University of Florida, John Duce, a former chairman, very active in Gator Bowl sports, and Sheila Cribb, who FSU fan, Gator Bowl member too. And I think this weekend they have a little preference on who they want to win the game and everything. So, John, I'll start with you. Talk a little bit about what this rivalry means and what it's been like for you being a huge Gator fan.
Well, being born and raised in Gainesville, it's all I've ever known, and it's a great weekend. And a lot of times I'll have fellow Gator fans say, "You're really not a true Gator fan because you want to see FSU, do well," and it's only because I want that game to be meaningful.
Right,
I want us
absolutely.
to be highly ranked, and then be highly ranked, and it's be playing for something. And so it's always a great finish to the year. Hopefully it's not the end of your year. It will be the end of Florida's year. Depending on how the outcome goes, it may or may not be FSU's. It's their year.
Sheila, what about you from Florida State standpoint?
I think the in-state rivalry, going all the way back to 1958, before I was born, it's just a competition, right? It's bragging rights. It's you know a friend on both sides of the game, and rankings don't always matter, John. Sometimes you go in ranked higher and you come out a loser. I think this year is important for us just because it may continue our season. Just re-signing the coach, I think, is important. Yeah. So it's just a fun time to hang out with your friends and be a little competitive.
Let's get into the tailgating piece, the fun part of it. John, what's some memories of your favorite tailgating experiences?
Yeah, a little bit of a creature of habit. I tailgated at the same spot for probably 25 years or so. We've got a group that has a great spot right on University Avenue. Good friends, and the ones that I enjoy the most are when you've got a mixed crowd. If you're just tailgating with Florida fans, that's one thing, but I enjoy it when you've got fans. Like last weekend, we had probably, a third at least, that were Tennessee fans. And it's just fun, talking with them and chatting, and, sometimes ribbing, depending on who it is.
How about you, Sheila? Tallahassee.
I love the city of Tallahassee. I think it's beautiful. The hills, we don't get a lot of hills in Jacksonville or in Florida. So going over there, and you start to see the hilly country, the red brick, the stately homes, the big trees. It's just a beautiful city. And then you get to the college campus, and you've got the brick buildings and the new stadium, of course. It's gorgeous. The amenities there, but it's just the spirit. It's just the energy that comes with the sheets hanging from the apartment ledges and all the sayings, and it's just fun. You get caught up in the energy if you're not a fan, right?
That's right.
But it is a game. You go into the game, you're right, the tension changes just a little bit, and you come out and it's still fun. You hear the war chants, the songs, the outfits. It's just a fun day.
So another segment of tailgating. If John Duce is preparing the items to consume on a tailgate, what are your go-to items?
Well, through all the years, the fried chicken has been kind of, that's the Thanksgiving turkey for tailgating. For me, it's fried chicken. That's the go-to for me. And as my boys, who are grown now, but as they were growing up, I used to always, there's a Krispy Kreme right on 13th Street as we were kind of heading to tailgate. I was, the kids are going to love this, but of course, it was me, the donuts. So, and then, there's no tailgate without bourbon. So that's the drink of choice.
I understand. Sheila, what about you? What's your go-to?
I'm going to say the tailgate that I've been to of John Duce for Georgia, Florida. There was something else that you didn't mention.
It's true.
There are also some very colorful Jell-O shots.
But usually that is reserved just for this game, just for Florida,
okay,
Georgia.
There you
That's
go.
not
Now
an
I know the
every game.
secret.
Yeah.
I would say for me, you got to theme it right with who you're playing. So you've got to have a little bit of gator tail, and that little bit of protein does offset the carbs in the beer. So a good balanced tailgate meal for me would be the gator bites.
That is awesome. Well, two great representatives of both institutions, and I know so many people are proud, regardless of what happens in the game. So many people are proud of their school, and the school pride is really off the chart, and it's really comes to fruition on a great Saturday afternoon. Well, thanks for being with us, and brings another conclusion to Tailgate Talks presented by Toyota.
Go Knowles.
Visit your local Toyota dealers today. Toyota, let's go places.